Ranked PvP has been rumored in Black Desert for a while now. Today is April 30th, and I had the opportunity to showcase and test out the Arena of Solare on the Korean servers. In this video, I hope to answer some of your questions and give you my opinions on the rank system so far. Bro! Odison! He grabs faster than Hands does on NA. Bro! So first things first, how do you get into the ranked PvP? To get into it, it's pretty simple. You just go to the war tab, scroll all the way down until you find Arena of Solare. Currently it's at the bottom. I'm sure they'll probably move how some of this goes later on, but for now, Arena of Solare is at the bottom of the war tab. You click it, and then here you are. It opens up the war menu, or I guess the Arena of Solare menu. This is our ranked PvP. And as you can see here, let's just start from the top left and work our way down. On the top left here, you can see that there are ranks. And there's different ratings, very similar to how maybe a CSGO or a Valorant or League of Legends or any other competitive game has their elo system. I have no idea what these ranks are even called. My Korean is less than optimal. If I had to guess, it probably starts at Emerald, it looks like. Sapphire. What, Topaz? Gold maybe? I don't know. Ruby. And then Diamond, and then Masters and Grandmasters, I'm guessing, right? Because I think Grandmasters is the final one. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed or not, but here's the ranking system. You guys can see the ratings on screen. I'm recording this right when the playtest is ending over in Korea. So as you can see, I ended off with 12 matches competed and 6 wins and 6 losses, putting me in Sapphire 3, which is, pretty middle of the pack. I would say actually below average. I don't want to talk about it, okay? We won't talk about how my matches went. I think they went pretty decent, though. And as you guys can see here, it is a 3v3 match setup, and that's just how ranked PvP is going to be in this game. Very similar to how Arena of Arsha is conducted. But if you were to ever come to any of my Arena of Arsha events, my trial versus trial Arena of Arsha events, I do run it exactly like the title says. It is trial versus trial. So gear is normalized, and you might be wondering, how does gear work in ranked PvP? And the gear is pretty simple. You click this Korean, I'm not even gonna guess. That says gear, right? I have no idea what that says, but it says something in Korean. And in here, you are presented with a menu, and you are able to pick and choose what gear you want to put on your character. And then from there, you're able to kind of create your own different builds, which is kind of interesting. I think this is a really, really cool step. A very interesting way to tackle the whole gearing issue, right? Because one of the things you will see, trial versus trial, I kind of like the idea of equalized gear a little bit more, but for the sake of entertainment and for the sake of people understanding how gear works, I think this is good overall for the game. Because for example, there's classes out there that really, really benefit from evasion, for example, right? So if I was playing someone like a striker, of course, I would probably want to go for Lieber gloves over, bags, and you probably want to go for muskins over your uwu shoes, and just kind of things like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you're able to flex your build around, and this system gets pretty in depth. As you guys can see here, we have access to a ton of different items. Unfortunately, it looks like we do not have access to the evasion helmet. Overall, you have a lot of options here. You could go off it if you wanted to, if you're kind of, I don't know, if you're weird champ. Unfortunately, no black star. And you can also go for, the difference between Nover and Kudum. And also on top of this, you guys might also realize that there is a button here on the far right hand side. And using this button, you're able to actually switch out your crystals. So as you can see here, I could have switched out my Elcars for red battlefields, which are the human damage ones, I believe, right? Yeah, these are the human damage. Obviously, Elcars I think are a little bit better, but the option is there if you ever want to switch into human damage. If you guys watched my stream or watched me actually compete, I ended up switching out a lot of my crystals, as you can see here. I switched to Macaloids because I'm playing Sork, and I wanted the extra stamina, but, you have options from resistance crystals, which are extremely cringe, and you could also go for something like Hooms, and, pretty much anything you would ever want to ask for in a mode like this, or at least in a gearing system like this. Some concerns. Since I'm on this menu, I do want to talk about some concerns that I have for this system. If I were to stack the most amount of AP possible, so let's do that real quick. The most amount of AP that I could possibly build would be something similar to this. If I wanted to get Bassi Belt, probably Ogre Ring, double Tungies. And yeah, so this is the maximum AP that you're able to have. As you can see, the maximum AP on the succession side, or your main AP, your main hand AP, is 250. And the maximum AP for the Awakening side is 247. Now, the reason why I say that this is an issue is because if I go for the full DP build, if you want to become a full DP meme, this is my only concern. Is if I were to go full on evasion, just fucking, you know what I mean? Just grab all this and go Sissel, go double narcs, and also go for Cresses, and also this. As you can see, the maximum amount of DP that I am possibly able to do in the arena is 418. And this isn't just normal 418 DP. This is with evasion. We have a scent belt, we have double narcs, we have Muskin shoes, and we have Libers. As you can imagine, some of the evasion based classes, I'm talking Kuno, Ninja, Striker, Mystic, you know, the Hashinshin, all those evasion based classes are going to have a massive advantage and also just be completely unkillable. Realistically, on my Sork, if like a class like Mystic, for example, that has natural magic resistance, there's no way I'm killing him with 250 AP. If I have 200, or I guess 247 AP, there's no way I'm killing someone that's at 418 full evasion with magic resistance. It's not even humanly possible. So one of the main concerns that I have is I think the defensive items that you're able to get in this gearing system are a little overtuned for sure. But other than that, my experience with this has been really good. You know, it sounds like I'm harping on it a lot, but I think if I were to give this a scale out of 1 to 10, I give this an 8 out of 10. A few other questions that I probably should try and answer as well since I'm here is that this is solo queue. So you're not able to queue up in a party, I don't believe, and you're not able to queue up with friends, which is, I have my own opinions on this. I don't want to talk about it too much. I think that's a little bit more opinionated, the whole ability to, you know, play ranked with other people. Just my personal opinion, my personal take on it. I kind of feel like since it's an MMO, I would kind of enjoy being able to play with my guildies or with my party. You know, people that I know. The whole point of like an MMO in general is like kind of creating a community around your friends and stuff like that, or like, I guess, making friends. And not being able to play with them is a little rough for sure. There's no custom games either. So for someone like me who likes to do like custom tournaments and casting and stuff like that, there's no spectation mode and there's no replays either. If there is replays, that'd be kind of sick as well, because then I could do something like, you know, you could record your replay and then send it to me, and then I could do like a replay review or a VOD review, or I can do just like a casting of your guys' replays. That'd be kind of cool. Every single time you complete a match, as you can see here, it will show the history of the round. So loss, win, loss, loss. As you can see, we lost this one. I lost. It shows how much RP or ELO that you lost. I'm not sure what the proper term for that is. And if you click the down arrow here, you can actually see why you lost, or should I say, you can see all of our stats here. As you can see, I did the lowest amount of damage. So let's move off of that one. You know what I mean? But if I wanted to go to something like, where's the one that I fought Camila? You know, if I wanted to go to a match like this one is obviously one that I lost, but you could kind of learn and get a good idea for what you need to change. So as you can see here, I did the most damage in the whole entire match, you know, not to flex, but also I took a ton of damage and my healing and stuff was pretty low. So you kind of see like who was carrying their weight. As you can see, their Kuno on their team did 5,000 damage. I'm not sure. There's an even funnier one. Where's the Sage at? All I'm saying is this guy right here, Advin13330. If you're watching this, homie got 18 damage in a match and I felt bad. There's no way he got 18 damage off. How does that even work on Sage? Dude, I don't even think there's a skill that hits that low. Anyways, at the time of this playtest, there were 2 maps that were in circulation. The first map reminds me a lot of Garmoth Pit, and it's as simple as it gets. 3v3, just slam each other in the middle of the arena, no fancy gimmicks or anything notable to talk about. The second map to talk about is a bit more interesting. Towards the middle of the map, there were these huge circles that could either cause damage or just crowd control effects to everyone that was inside. And around the outside of the map, you can find power-ups. The green power-up would provide a ton of healing, the blue power-up would make you tankier, and the red power-up would provide more damage. As someone who would prefer having an even playing field, I obviously prefer the first map, but it is undeniable that having power-ups and hazards on the map definitely makes the match a little bit more interesting. That's pretty much everything. My final thoughts on Arena of Solare. This should be coming out pretty soon. I have no idea on a release date. And now that you've heard all of my opinions, I would like to hear yours. Let me know if you're excited for ranked PvP down in the comment section below, and if you're interested in more content like this, then consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for getting to this point of the video. That's all for today. I hope you guys have a blessed one. I'm out. Deuces.
Take me back to the winter days, to see the times of the world and beginner stage. 23, I've been instructed by my lineage. Any means, anyway, make cheddar cheese, that guapole. I see my head telling, I don't see the need to stop the day. Opposition wildin', I'm not soldier boy, no rock away. I present a challenge for my presence, you are not to blame. On another level with my step and we are not the same.